everyone, Mariah Monetize here, and in today's video we're going over all of the current news happening when it comes to the economy, which bank is actually failing next. We're going to be going over the price of Bitcoin back down in the low $24,000 range. Going to be looking at traditional markets, and so let's go ahead and get right into it. So breaking: California Governor Gavin Newsom lobbied the White House and Treasury on the bailout of Silicon Valley Bank without disclosing that his private wineries had reportedly been the bank's clients, and he may have even had a personal account at the bank. Are we surprised? Absolutely not. So Credit Suisse now has a probability of default of 47%. That is up from 38% just a few hours ago. So things are changing very quickly from minute to minute. So CS is also offering crazy deposit rates of 6.5% to attract and retain deposits that are being moved out. So stablecoins hint at potential market crash as whales put $4 billion from Binance, or pull $4 billion from Binance and other exchanges. So let's see. Credit Suisse stock plunges at an all-time low, down 96.7% from its all-time highs. Credit spreads blowing up, and Saudi National Bank say they won't assist anymore. So not looking good over there. So Goldman Sachs was a buyer of the $21 billion portfolio Silicon Valley Bank sold at a loss, which actually started SVB's collapse. We know, like I just mentioned, the California governor thing, which is no surprising there. Facebook is also going to be laying off another 10,000 employees. Let's go ahead and see here. So ChatGPT is just tip of the iceberg, but don't limit yourself of just ChatGPT. There are 15 mind-blowing AI tools to hack your life and save time. So if you want to go over to my likes on Twitter and check this one out. So I actually went on to GPT today, and it was at a max capacity. Like, I wasn't even able to access the website. They actually just released, I believe, their 4th version, and so it's basically like maxed out capacity wise of no more users. I don't know if I would try to access it maybe at a different time, like maybe late at night if I'd have the opportunity, but right now you can't even get on Chat GPT actually. So Binance to lose its British pound on and off ramp provider in 9 weeks. The 5-day market cap lost by Bank of America, 78 billion, Schwab, 32 billion, JP Morgan, 29 billion, Wells Fargo, 27 billion, Citigroup, 14 billion. All US bank stocks have lost $200 billion. The White House says Silicon Valley Bank is not a bailout. So the Fed swaps now show that the most likely scenario is no more interest rate hikes. We have mentioned that. I did mention that on my previous video. The meeting comes in on the 22nd. Also yesterday we got CPI numbers. People were anticipating 6%, and that's exactly what we hit. We hit 6%. So let's go ahead and take a look over at the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently sitting at $24,196. So the high came in at $26,523. So Bitcoin down about $2,400 since that big pump. I would say Bitcoin probably moved up a little bit too quickly, a little bit too fast. And that's why we're seeing this drawback. We have Ethereum at 1622, gold sitting at 1934. Gold is performing very well through all of this. Coinbase stock sitting at 62.58. We have a Link sitting at 647, DOT sitting at 583. And let's see here. So USDC, as I mentioned in my previous videos, we saw that depeg, but it's back up to the 1-to-1. Let's go and take a look here at the 7-day chart on Bitcoin. So we saw this red 2 trading below the red 1, and that was definitely not the best sign. And we were getting pretty close to that green moving average crossing below the red, which I think would have been a very big sign of more potential downside. But Bitcoin yesterday broke above that key level of resistance that I've been mentioning in my previous videos of $25,250. We're seeing a bit of a pullback today, but let's go ahead and take a deeper look at the charts and see if there's some room for some more follow through. So let's go ahead and see here. This right here is the daily chart. So Bitcoin has made a higher high on the daily chart, as you can see here. So potentially some more room to the upside. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the 12-hour. 12-hour chart is looking pretty exhausted, I would say. So I would anticipate a bit of a pullback here on the 12-hour. Let's take a look here at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is cooling off a bit. We obviously saw that big pump. Let's take a look at the 1-hour here. 1-hour does not look good. We are trending downwards here on the 1-hour chart. But what I want to basically show you is how Bitcoin behaved once it broke above that point of 25,250. And that was this candle right here. As you can see, it was a massive candle. There was a lot of momentum that pushed Bitcoin up past 25,250. And then the high came in the following hour, and then Bitcoin has been trending down since that. And so we have actually dipped below 24,000 as well. Let's take a look here at the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart not looking very good as well, trending downwards. Let's take a look here at the 5-minute chart. Is looking very weak as well. So it's been a while since we took a look at the price, at the charts when it comes to Ethereum. And like I've said in many previous videos, Ethereum typically leads the way in the markets. And so let's see if there's anything on the Ethereum chart that would give us some clues moving forward. So the weekly chart looks very similar on Ethereum when you compare it to the Bitcoin chart. The daily chart similar as well. It has printed a green 4 candle. It has made a higher high on the daily chart. And then we see a little bit of a pullback here on the 12-hour as well when it comes to Ethereum. Same thing with the 4-hour. Structurally, these time frames are looking quite similar. Same thing with the 1-hour, trending downwards as well. I would actually say that Ethereum is showing more weakness at this point. But I would be keeping a very close eye on Ethereum to see if there is a momentum shift coming and to see if Ethereum ends up leading the way on the next push upward. Let's go ahead and take a look here at Tesla. Tesla sitting at 177.77. Let's take a look at the daily chart on Tesla. So held up here by this DMA, it bounced right off of it with a little bit of a pump. Let's see percentage wise from the bottom of this candle that came in 2 days ago, up about 12%. So Tesla has seen a nice bounce here off of that DMA. But today across the board, we are seeing most electric vehicle related stocks down on the day. Let's take a look here at SPY. SPY down again on the day to 384. This is a daily chart, which is looking very weak in my opinion. And I think we're back to the correlation, right? We saw Bitcoin break above that key level of resistance. But I mentioned in that video that was probably not going to be the end of correlation. Although on that one particular day when there was a lot of panic in the markets, I believe that was Monday, with the news of SVB and other banks going down, we saw a bit of a discorrelation between the two, but we are back to the correlation. And now that we see SPY trending downwards, the daily chart looks very weak in my opinion. I think this could actually signal for more downside when it comes to Bitcoin. The 12-hour chart looking very weak as well, the 4-hour chart. So SPY is looking weaker than Bitcoin, and I think the momentum is also bringing Bitcoin down at the same time. So everyone thinks, that there's going to be this massive, like they're eventually not going to correlate. Yes, that is true. We have to remember that 70% of trading for Bitcoin is actually institutional investing, institutional trading. And so we need to understand that once we see every single day, typically major stocks, traditional markets, marijuana stocks, big names like Tesla, Bitcoin, they're all trending in the same direction. And that was one day, I would say, out of the last whole entire year that we actually saw Bitcoin kind of do its own thing. So we kind of might be back to business as usual when it comes to the markets correlating. So SPY looking weak on the 30-minute chart as well. Let's take a look here at the 15-minute chart, trending downwards here on the 15-minute. Let's take a look here at the 5-minute chart, trending downwards as well. So most stocks are just down on the day. We see a lot of red across the board. Let's take a look here at marijuana stocks. We have Tilray sitting at 231. Across the board, a lot of red when it comes to marijuana stocks. Let's go and take a deeper look here at Tilray. So Tilray daily chart is basically free falling at this point. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 7-day chart on Tilray. Not looking too good. And I want to, let's see. So the low over here, this is the weekly chart. This was March 13th, the week of March 13th, 2020. The The low of this candle, 243. And as you could see, Tilray bounced really hard off of 243, and it bounced all the way up to $11, $12, came back down. Obviously a ton of volatility on this chart, but we are below that. So Tilray is basically in a free fall zone, and I think there's going to be amazing buying opportunities for Tilray and to be able to flip it very quickly, but I am not ready to do that yet. This still feels like catching a falling knife. Not what I want to be looking at. And just like, we're still seeing the correlation, right? So SPY is looking really weak. I also anticipate Tilray to correlate with SPY. Therefore, I would not be interested in getting into Tilray at this point. I would like to see a big momentum shift on SPY before I would consider getting into Tilray for probably a quick flip. So that's kind of what I'm seeing across the board there. If you guys want to book a 30-minute call with me, I have a link down below for that. That's all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.